Hello, hello, hello. Let's test the sound. And then we can start going again on some... Hello, hello, hello. Let's test the sound. That doesn't sound good. I think I need to fix my mic then. Yeah, for sure. Give me just a second. Hello, hello. That doesn't sound good. I think I need to fix my mic then. Yeah, for sure. Give me just a second. Hello, hello. That doesn't sound good. I think I need to fix my mic then. Yeah, for sure. Give me just a second. Hello, hello. That doesn't sound good. I think I need to fix my mic then. Yeah, for sure. Give me just a second. Hello, hello. That doesn't sound good. I think I need to fix my mic then. Okay, let's test this again. Maybe my mic won't crackle now. Hopefully. Please. Okay, let's test this again. Maybe my mic won't crackle now. It doesn't work. Hopefully. I need to somehow fix my mic before we can continue in just a moment again. It doesn't work. I need to somehow fix my mic before we can continue in just a moment again. It doesn't work. I need to somehow fix my mic before we can continue in just a moment again. It doesn't work. I need to somehow fix my mic before we can continue in just a moment again. Hello? Hello? Maybe now. Let's see. Hello? Maybe now. Okay, there we go. Now it should be working fine. Let me copy paste the link to Patreon and Discord, and then we can get going. Getting better from COVID, and after Christmas now everything seems to be way better than it used to be, or was before Christmas. So I've recovered quite well already, which is really nice. The thing with COVID I had, that I never before had or have had, was that I lost the sense of my smell and taste. So that was kind of weird and new to me. And of course, as I went to Google these things, and there was of course articles about how some people have not gotten that sense of smell or taste back, which scared me quite a bit. But yeah, that's definitely one of the symptoms of COVID, and I did the tests and everything, and yeah, definitely did have COVID. But should be all fine for now. So we can get going. Okay, so where do we start? Probably should start with the indices first, and then we can go with the rest. Start here with this watch list. Start with Dow. Had this kind of setup here previously when we were talking about this whole drop here. It was more likely to me that it was start of something new than a end of something, because most of these indices had this quite long in comparison to what it probably was. So the way I currently look at this, and what I mentioned as if we broke this, then then it is most likely that we have a structure of something like this. And this can be seen on multiple indices. S&P 500 definitely wasn't one of those that felt the best for it, because again, this structure here looks very odd, right? It doesn't really fit too well. Nasdaq doesn't have it either. Nasdaq probably even worse looking here. We did have these divergences, however, which again seemed to give much more move to the, or definitely had the more of a move to the upside still possible. But yeah, that definitely was that. And Russell was the only one of these that actually had the decent look for that flat structure, or in this scenario a running flat, as we did not take out this low for an expanded flat. But yeah, that is now the case. However, we can't use this as the start of something anymore, because we have already taken out the highs here, as you can see. So again, electronic and regular, on both we have taken out the highs. So that is no longer usable. I think I got break even on this, because then once we had this drop coming down in 3 waves, again, we were talking about this last week, that when we had this area here on S&P and Dow, for example, I was looking for that that short, and we did get a structure coming down. However, once we started moving back up, this whole thing looked like a 3-wave. So then again, I'm just put my stop loss at the break even, and nothing came of it, which is fine. When trades don't work out the way you're expecting them to, then it's better to just get out of them, right? But yeah, not really anything else has happened since last week. Again, all of these basically were the same setup: Dow, Nasdaq, and Nasdaq actually had tagged this area before. This is the reason I don't think I got into Nasdaq trade, but yeah, S&P and Dow was the ones that I got in here, which both were break even. Russell is now coming down a bit. These are again times where these could be definitely 3-way structures, so I'm not really into it trading anything at this point here. Russell definitely has a potential for more gains to be had. There is a chance that this is done here, like so. Get rid of that. Where this 3-way structure is that wave 4. It's kind of hard to label this mess over here. Maybe we have some kind of diagonal in here, or maybe this is a 1 2 1 2, and then we have another 1 2 3 4 5, where this would be 1 2 1 2. So again, 2 more highs for this 3rd wave to be at. So again, that seems quite bullish, but that's the way it is. Nasdaq, we've been talking about this for quite a long time, that it looked the most bullish. It still has potential room to go. I'm not quite sure how to label this though. We do see divergences forming here locally, which is again a sign that the move to the upside might be finishing up soon. It doesn't mean that we've topped, but 3rd of something generally has the peak of RSI, 3rd of 3rd. So potentially 3rd of 5th, or again, if we have this as a 3-way structure, then that's that. That's just a wave 4 of this thing, and we have potentially a couple more highs here to be made. Not really clear structures for me to be trading, so I'm staying out of these for now. Check out DAX, for example. We were expecting some kind of wave 4 here to be happening. It's probably still happening. I feel like if we are looking at the structure here, I think 3-wave here, potential 3-wave here, we could even get even lower here, taking out the previous lows that we've had. to get a bit better looking structure overall. If we are looking at just based on the retracement, we have not even hit the 23.6, not even the 38.2. I don't think we're going to go back to the previous wave 4. I don't think that is very likely. I think we are staying within this range here, potentially even getting to that 23.6 as the extension, potentially something like this. And then we might be looking for another rise to that last leg up. We started to create divergences, and here, let's see, on 1 hour, let's see if this is actually the peak. 86.47, 86.33. So yeah, this is the peak here, third of third, generally. So we do have a divergence here, even though we had very extended fifth here, and we still have divergences all around if we are going to be breaking these for sure. Because again, the momentum is taking off, and we've been just creating sideways action. So I don't think we're going to be creating new highs on RSI. Unless this is going to extend as well, this fifth, like we did have it on this previous leg as well. Also, very similar. We can get rid of these. Divergences all around are created. Now there's double divergence here. So if you're still going to look for long setups, I feel like you definitely should be careful. This has been the plan on ORS 200 for quite a long time, where we had three waves coming down, three waves now going up. The reason why we were expecting a wave Y here was just because, again, the retracement here of this wave W, and in here again, if you have not seen that, let's see that we did not come back to the 85.4 retracement or 90% retracement of this original move. So that's why we are expecting a three-way structure over here. It probably should be taking quite a long time though. This has not really done a lot in time if we are comparing it to that first leg. Let's see, just the 23.6 as in time. So generally we want to hit that 618 at least for that extension, so there is definitely more time. But if we are just looking at this definitely currently at the moment it still has that three-way look. We are getting towards that. We probably even hit that 1.618 here, almost at least. Let's see if we can use these proper pivots. Close enough, almost at the 1.618. So there is definitely a chance that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, three-way pullback, some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, that, and we are done. There is definitely a chance for that. However, again, as we are closing into that 1.618, this is starting to feel more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This area here is going to be telling us quite a lot. If we are just coming back down, we are going to be labeling this whole thing as a ABC up in minute, I feel like, yeah, no, not minute, but minuet, and that would be the WXY of that wave Y here, so that would be minute, right? If we are going to have create that wave 4, wave 5, then this would be most likely the wave A, B, and C, right? Nothing really changes except the way we are going to look for the move upwards, right? It's just the structure that we are expecting to change if we are going to be getting this fourth wave here. If not, it doesn't really matter. We're coming back down, and then we'd be looking for long setup somewhere in here overall. And of course, if we are going to be getting 5 waves here on this first leg, it's going to be so much more easier to trade this last leg, as we are expecting a C wave and not a wave Y, which is a three-way structure. So again, trading wise, it would be really, really nice to see a 5-way structure in here, because that most likely is the start of something. Of course, there is chances where this is just an A, B, and C, where again, this 5 wave would be something of an end instead of a beginning of this wave Y that we are talking about for the more bullish outlook. If this indeed is a three-way like so, we would be looking for this as the first leg, this would be the second and third, and then this wave X would be just shifted over later, and this whole thing could become, instead of this W, X, Y, we'd be looking for an A, B, and C. Okay, so a couple of different variations of course are possible. There is definitely a possibility that this is the end of something, but again we could be looking for the short setups here as well, if those are provided in the charts. Probably want to be looking for some opportunities here. Even this here, this could be a 5-way move. Let's see, there is no divergence here though, which is, well, let's see, is it? 25.56, 25.89. So there is actually divergence there. Okay, so you could even look for the move downwards already, because again I don't really want to go lower than 5 minutes or even 15 minutes here, but that's the only where we only time frame we can see the divergence is forming here. But yeah, it's quite a decent looking structure. If we come back, say into these areas here, I might be looking for a short or something like this. And first TP would be around here at these lows, giving really good risk to reward ratios. Yeah, even if at that point we'd be creating a wave 4, we'd be already getting that trade in. If however we're not going to be creating that wave 4 and instead we created wave C here, this whole thing, well, that would be massive gains later on for if we are coming back into this wave X already. But yeah, this is again thinking probably too much ahead and thinking about too much the gains. But yeah, those are some of the indices that we are looking now. Let's check out one of the let's see the requests here. Big techs, Amazon, Google, ARC. Okay. Let's start. Well, we're going to go through all these ones, I think, and focus on those three. Tesla was something that we talked about on last one, and where we were having this possibility of having this as a 3. This was the trade that I had on that, and this was the area I was looking for. Stops below the previous low. We had impulsive structure here, so that's why I wanted to go in. And yeah, I'm still in that trade, and now it's already 3.7 risk to reward ratio, so that is really decent. I was getting kind of scared on this one, this drop, because it could have been that it would be a continuation of this move here, and it would be, well, it would have been just the end of that. But yeah, I still stayed in that, and I'm not quite sure what this whole thing is. At the moment, I feel like we have had this more as a 3, another 3 and 3. So I feel like we are kind of at the tops here. The extensions here are definitely fitting into this idea that this is a 3-way structure and not too bullish. That is something why I'm really wanting to now taking profits on this and potentially even getting out of it. Because again, if we have this as a 3 and this is more likely a 3, what are we expecting here? Well, that is kind of easy to say. We're looking for this as the potential A, B, and C. Instead of this being B wave, we would shift, let's get rid of that. We would shift the B wave here, and then we'd be looking for more upside later on, as in the form of this, something like that. So at this point, I'm not really too keen to look for more long setups. However, again, structure coming down looked more like a 3-way structure. I guess you could be saying that we have some kind of diagonal here, but again, way too small time frame in my opinion to analyze any of that mess over there. So yeah, if this provides a 5-wave structure, maybe I could be looking for structures coming down, maybe even a diagonal here, something like that. And yeah, I'm interested if we are breaking these lows again. Definitely taking profits now on that Tesla if you're still in. I'm at least looking to do that. Meta, not interested. Baba, actually been pulling up a bit, and pre-market is still up. Netflix, we talked about this previously already. What else? BA. Talked about this. Just old things. Coinbase mooning. Definitely mooning. Pre-market is down. Let's see, 178.7. 5%. But again, it's crypto related, so it's definitely a possibility that it's just going up and down quite rapidly. The most bullish scenario, of course, is that we have a 1-2 and another 1-2 in here, and wherever these ends up would be 3, 4, 5. I don't really think that this would make sense to be an AB overall. This is on log scale. This is the only area where it still makes sense, but with arithmetics, it's going to be making very extended extensions already. So that's not really nice to look at, to be honest. I'm not quite sure how to label this otherwise than this more bullish way. There is a chance that this would be an ABC. However, as you are looking at this structure, you can see that is super extended with the C wave idea. So that would be this, wherever this ends. So again, not really particularly good looking. So something like this. Oops, like that. So yeah, ABC, I don't really think that is the best looking. I think the best looking at the moment would be that this is the start of something. 1, 2, 1, 2. Previously, again, as this was here, we went past the 1 to 1, which is again generally a no-no. It reduces the probabilities of this being a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, because again, this secondary smaller degree, this being subminuet, it makes it less probable that that is a 1, 2, 1, 2, because again, smaller degrees should have smaller wave structures. But I'm going to be waiting on Coinbase, potentially some kind of move down first before anything else. Apple was one of the requested ones of the big techs. Apple had this, we had talked about this being a potential diagonal here. That is not the case, because again, we have taken out the high, invalidated that idea. So this probably has to be some kind of 3-wave, however you want to be labeling that. Oh yeah, this definitely to me looked more like a 5-wave. I didn't want to say that this would be an ABC, and we talked about how extended that is, so I'm not really sure how I want to label this anyway. The expectation here was an ABC, that we had 3 here, 3 here, and then we would be starting that C wave downwards already. At the moment, I'm not quite sure how I want to be labeling this. Definitely, like many others on the tech industry are very bullish. However, again, we have divergences here locally being created for quite a long time now. So again, some kind of correction needs to be done. Structure coming down, not very bearish in that sense, as the extension hits 1.236, which is again one of the bear targets. So there is definitely a chance that we are still going to continue up and potentially create a higher degree divergence here again, and somewhere in these areas to create another hit here before rejecting. And yeah, I'll probably just set an alert here on top. It could be that we're just going to be creating one more high here. If we are just creating 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5, and that's it, and then we plummet, there's still a chance for that. What comes to the higher degree, I'm not quite sure. To be honest. Let's go to daily time frame, see what we have here. New lows here, which is very odd. That generally means that we are starting something new to the downside and previous structures are done. However, we broke that high here, which again breaks that idea. So we probably need to go even higher degree or higher time frame, I mean. So again, we are creating new lows. 3 ways coming down into this one, 3 ways going up. There's a chance that this whole thing is 3 ways here. However, we have this divergence, which I'm not really not a fan. Because there is a chance that way 4 would be here on higher degree. And this would be 5th wave here, or sorry, this one in here. If I can find it. This one here. It could be. Where this would be a 3 here. I'm going to 1 2 3 4 5. It's not invalid, but it's just the it did hit the 1.618. But I think what makes it look so bad is how large this is, or how low it comes down to. See, this is probably like more than 60% coming down. Yeah, almost the 60% retracement on that move, of this move here. So that's why it has the bad look. Yeah. But I feel like we've seen probably worse structures than this as a 5 wave as well. But yeah, that's why I'm probably not really too fan for it. Are we close to the 1-to-1 as well here? We actually did hit it. Hit that 1-to-1, and we got a rejection from it, but it's a 3-way structure at the moment coming down here. I think I can't do much yet. If we are going to be getting one more high here, maybe look for another pullback, pull down, something like this, and look for a short against the high. I would be doing that for Apple. Amazon. Let's see, a bit different look. Had a kind of ugly 3-wave into this low here. Let's get rid of some of these to get a new perspective. I'm not going to be analyzing this internal structure because we know that it looks very much like a 3. Divergences here, fitting into the idea that, okay, we might have a 5 wave. There's no overlap between this potential 1 and 4. So again, bullishly, we would be looking for something like this. as a 5 wave. Minuets. Bearish idea would be that this would be an ABC, and this whole thing could even be a ABC on its own. But again, we do have divergences here, probably even smaller time from here on. There we go. Yeah, we do have it here. So yeah, again, I'm not really saying that everything is to be ending right now. Looks like we could have some kind of triangle in here. And this gap up here would be hiding that 1, 2. I don't know how to label this. Maybe this third is in here. And this would be a 3 wave with some kind of truncation of an ABC. Hits the 0.618 though. I'm kind of turning more towards bear at this very moment. Locally, bear, but high degree I could be still seeing that C wave. If this indeed is a 5 wave. If we are getting a structure coming down in 3. Well, we did get that structure coming down. I think this was the area where we had that flats like on the indices. Nothing has happened since then though. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see, A, B. Oof, this is so ugly though. When we're actually looking at the charts here. A, B, C, D, E. Maybe A, B, D, E. I mean, it's pretty ugly there, but we would have to say that we have something like this here, 3, 4, looking for that width here. And if that is a triangle and not a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? We'd be having this as a 1, 2. This probably has to be 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third having the highest RSI here, divergence against the 5th. And now we'd be looking for some kind of move here. Something like this. I would be expecting one more high here. I'm going to be setting alerts on both ends. Potential liquidity grabs on either side. And potentially trading that as well. Not quite sure. But yeah, if this is a 5 wave, it's most likely a start of something. Of course, it can be an ABC like so. Not the best looking one as well. This definitely can be a 3 wave like we've had it for a W. Same thing for this as an AB and then C. Fits the idea that we want to be looking for shorts here. Fits also the idea that if we are topping this wave A here, we want to be looking for shorts for this B wave before a hedge potential upwards again, if we get a continuation for this structure. The earliest I would be looking for long setups would be 38.2. Most likely actually this 50% retracement, as that would be definite area of interest. Liquidity. There's order block here though, so there is demand most likely here at the 50% retracement. Some volume here, not too much, most here at the lows. But yeah, we'll see. Having the alert set at least. ARC. I think I've been avoiding ARC a lot just because of this. That looks like 5. On log scale, if this indeed is a 5, it has to be a start of something new to the downside, which is kind of bad. 3 wave here. I think we talked about that at some point. Let's get rid of some of these. 3 waves. This probably has to be labeled as 3 as well. Of course, there's a chance where this would be sorry, let's see, ABC like so as well. But again, everything looks like 3s. We can't have a 1 2 1 2 because this is lower than these. So if we want to be more bullish, this would have to be a 1 2 or some sort here. Sorry, 1 2, where this would be a flat of some sort here. And generally, flats are less probable in waves 2 or wave 2 than a wave B. So even if we had this as 5 waves, it's more likely that we have this as an A, B, and C. What goes against that though is that we don't have divergence here between any of these, which is kind of bad, which fits more into the idea that we have something like this maybe. We still have divergence here on 2-day. Nothing on daily time frame though. So we generally want to have that divergence for a flat if we want to have a flat where this would be something like this. But yeah, for now, I think the best might be that we are looking for something like this here. This would fit the idea that we had on some Apple and Amazon, I think, where we are looking for bounce down and then up again. It would fit that idea here on macro. Yeah. Let's see the smaller time frames. Smaller time frames for our starting to give divergence that this move is at least slowing down. If I'm just looking at RSI, I can potentially see a wave 1, 2, third, fourth, and then last leg here. So if I want to be labeling that in, so it would be 3, third, fifth, 4, and then 5 here. It could be that we are creating some kind of diagonal here, or that we have a 1 2 1 2 getting a bit higher. Both are very possible. But yeah, looks like the momentum to the upside is moving slower, meaning that we are coming to an end of this move. This is kind of weird, where this wave 1 has the most or highest RSI here. But yeah, something like this is what I would be expecting. It doesn't look half bad, to be honest, right? Tesla, it's going up. Why is it going up? Is this 1 2? No, I was looking for that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. This looks weird. Oh well. I want to take some profits off of the table for Tesla while we're at it. So I don't want it to turn too much. Okay, that's it. ARK, yeah, that's ARK. Let's see if I had anything else here. Google. Let's go through these and then go look at Google, if there is anything here. Palantir, okay. So we have been coming down. This looks like a 3 though. Extension wise as well. Yeah, 1-to-1 hit. Another 3 waves up. More bearish scenarios is a 3 waves here, 3 waves here, and then 3 waves here. What we're looking for previously was that we are looking for 3 way down overall after having a 5 here. I'm starting to wonder if the because this kind of looks like 5. Yeah, okay. So if that is 5, and since we have already taken out the high, it can't be a start of anything, right? So let's get rid of that. What if this is a wave 4 only? And this is the 5th here. Would that make sense? It would be a bit larger this wave 4, which would make sense in my opinion, because it looks kind of, it was looking like kind of cramped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highest RSI still, divergence here, and this, if this indeed is an expanding diagonal. The only thing I don't like about the whole structure here is this last leg here for the 5th. This looks more like a 3. And the only thing that fits into the idea that this is a 3 is the fact that if we have this as 3, 3, and then 5. At that point again, we would have this more as a 3, 3, and then most likely a 3, because again we have not retraced 90% of that. But on regular scale, you can see how small this is in comparison to this move. So this is definitely not the right look for an ABC structure, which is why I'm not really liking that too much. Not liking that too much. Oh well, let's continue on. Locally again, this more looks like a 3-way structure to me. I know 3 ways up. So again, we are in corrective structures. I don't want to be trading that. This was the opportunity to trade. However, again, as we retraced like 50%, the risk to reward ratios are not that good. If we are not waiting for a very extension or a decent extension like here, it would probably need to go to the 1-to-1 extension like it actually did, like it tagged it perfectly. But yeah, the less risk you're going to be having is when you're like hoping the retracements are deep into here, something like 786. That is kind of common in crypto, which is kind of like why I kind of like those trades a bit better. Even if we are missing few, the risk to ratios are way better, and we don't need to be winning that many trades to be actually profitable. Okay, so this was completely wrong, whatever here was. We had a 1-to-1 extension here, hitting that perfectly. Where are we now? Are we on, this is on log scale here, arithmetic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there is chance for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's super ugly. Man. 1-to-1 hit though. That is very, like, spot on here. It should be here though. ABC, what are we comparing here? Log scale, let's see. Let's go to very high time frame. Let's see what we have here actually. So end phase 1, 2, potential firewise complete. That is yikes. That is yikes. Okay, so we are comparing the idea that from the start here against the high, and we are comparing this structure in length against this. Okay, so that's the 2316 here, these vertical lines basically. So this means that this is most likely not the end of this whole correction if these are related. Okay. But this move to the upside looks very, very much like it's wanting to move. However, this still looks very much like a 3-wave. Very much like a 3-wave. Yup. It's right at those areas. And we have divergences formed. So again, even though this looks very horrible as a 5, I kind of want to be labeling this as an ABC. 1-to-1 been respected previously, 1-to-1 here. Kinda getting some sideways movement here. And the bad thing about this is that we are kind of starting to lose momentum before 1.6 minutes, before we are creating like 5-way move. Because if we are creating a higher degree 5-way move here, it's much more or much less probable that it would be part of anything previous to it. If we are creating a 3-way structure here, it's most likely that it is part of something previous to it. Even, or that it's a new structure of something higher degree, something like this. And this structure would be part of this red ABC that we have here. And with that ABC, we'd be looking for a structure like that overall, WXY of some sorts. Yeah. Probably would need to look into this quite often if we want to trade it. I have a feeling that it wants to go a bit higher though. So I'll just set an alert above and potentially alert here. See which one of those is going to be tagged if it creates any kind of structure yet to be tradable. But for now, I'm not really interested in it. Mara. It's pumping as is crypto, so no wonder I'd still be more interested in trading crypto than Mara. That structure is not really decent, at least decent enough for me. Microsoft, very similar structure that we've been talking about. If this is an ABC, then well, it's ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, potential 5. One more high, I would assume. That would be all-time highs, right? Yeah. This looks very decent as 5. The AB does not work here. Yeah. I'll get rid of that idea. Nvidia 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Potential 5th come in, or we could be top in here. If the other tech companies are going to be making highs, then this is probably just following, even if he doesn't do anything else. We hit the 0.618 here on BAC. Which is the minimum again. We actually hit both minimums for the WXY, this larger structure here, and also the structure here. But it could be that this is 3 wave here, and we are looking for 3, 3, and turn 3, right? Yeah. We were missing one, but I was missing Google. Let's take a look at that. I have it somewhere here. Let's see. This was the. I think probably somewhere in here we were looking at this last. Nah, probably maybe further out. So November, October, November. It never created those 2 lows that I was expecting, because we were expecting these to be creating those 3 wave here. Let's see, what is RSI doing? So this low here. Three, 4, 5. I'm getting a phone call. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get going again. Some alerts on Tesla. We got some kind of drop here. We got that move to the upside first. Glad I took that profit there. It could be that this could still be some kind of wave 4, a three-way move of some sort. And we are getting some kind of high still here. Or that this is the start of something new to the downside. Let's see some of these others, like S&P 500. Are we getting like a proper move down? Really not yet, at least. Very choppy action here at now. Since they opened, we got, well, we've been just sideways in this range. So nothing really happened yet. Okay. I was looking at Google here because this first reminded me more like a 3. We got that spike at the open probably, and then down again. This is just so weird. I don't know. Very scammy moves. Very scammy moves. Probably too small time frame again for stocks. But overall on Google, this is kind of what I was thinking. Well, potentially some kind of diagonal here, maybe. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure. So, because this definitely fits the idea that this would be a 3 here. And the only way this first structure can be a 3 if we label it from these pivot. There's not many pivots here, though. So again, that's the issue. Not really good divergence either, which would fit into the idea that we have a 3 here. But yeah, diagonal here as a possibility. Wave 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, I kind of like that for now. Once this structure finishes, then we can talk about it again. I don't really see a good looking opportunity here first, or yet. Of course, it could be some kind of 3 like so as well for this wave 4, but I'm not quite sure how. Maybe this peak is this 5th, and this would be some kind of wave 4 as well. That's another way of looking at it. But yeah, that's, I think we're done enough stocks here. Let's go to the crypto next. Bitcoin, this would be what we talked about previously. Some kind of wave 4, 3, 4, very sideways. We still can be in the wave 4 here, and then we could be looking for one more high here overall, or we were looking for some kind of potential diagonal here. 3, 3, 3, but we never got really a good looking 5th wave. Of course, we did get a higher high here, which would give us the end of this diagonal here. But it's kind of weird. It's so small in comparison that it just doesn't make too much sense, right? If this, however, is a diagonal, as we have not taken out the previous highs here, these two, most likely this would be a wave 1 and one of that 5th here. And yeah, we would be having a 1, 2, and this here would be another 1, 2. There is divergences here, and we did get to one of the order blocks that we had here, got a reaction from it. It's kind of high though. It is, okay, it's at the golden pocket, okay. This looks like 3, 3. Let's see, why is that? That looks very small. That probably hits the 618. Yeah, it did. But it's basically pivoted in the middle of nowhere. I don't like that. Let's see if we get anything here. I kind of would like it to come down a bit lower. It's 786 or something. Liquidity from these two lows here. It would be around the 138. 382, and this would be at the 1-to-1 basically here. Yeah, I would kind of like that. And then we could be looking for move up. Gives good risk to reward ratio as well. Not the biggest fan of this though. This looks very much like a 3-wave here. Although we do have the divergence. This fits probably very well into that 1-to-1 extension, yeah. Yeah. The only thing I'd be interested is getting back down here into these lows, 42, 42.2, something like that. And then I could be looking for long. Anything else I'm not really interested at the moment. ETH, this looks better as 5. This looks way better. However, what is it part of? What is it part of? This is again one of those structures that I haven't really been figuring out or been able to figure out. These weeks depends on exchanges. Could be a 3-way like so. At the moment, let's see the extensions here. Probably 1.236 almost here. It's kind of weird how much this has not retraced. Yeah, only 38.2. Definitely not going in on there. It's probably at the 786 I would be interested in longing this. I feel like, however, if we are comparing Bitcoin and ETH now, if ETH comes back to 786, where we have this support here, on Bitcoin, we would be below these lows here. I feel like that would be the case though. Because this would need to extend quite a bit. Unless Bitcoin goes sideways, and this has to extend to the 2-to-1 extension, so yeah. So, the only way I can see this being decent would be some kind of 3 here, move up, and then 3. This sideways could be giving Bitcoin some chance on staying above its low here. Yeah, I'll add alert here, probably at these highs or lows. So if we come back down here, we could be looking for a long setup. Something like this. I like that. That looks very decent. When is this? This was last night, right? Okay. Yeah, last night. Let's see. Anything else interesting here? Solana. Looks like we are coming down in 3 so far. So far. What did we have on higher time frame here? ABC, yeah. Potentially this would have to be here. If this is already topped, if. It could be that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, there is some divergence here at the very tip top. This could be a wave 4 of some. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Small time frame, I'm not quite sure what this is. There's overlaps here, which generally means that we can't really have a diagonal unless we have a expanding variety here. Could be, I guess. I don't know what this is. Again, overlaps. Not very pretty. What else can it be? I don't know. This looks so weird. I feel like this structure here is not finished. I feel like this could be a 3 here. Consolidation in the middle and 3, right? Maybe that's what's missing and why it makes it look so weird. Not really anything on. Yeah, Dogecoin doesn't look healthy at all. I tried to scan through the altcoin markets, but I didn't really see anything too good. BNB is doing really well though. Like, again, here on DOT we can see that exact same as Solana. 3 is up, 3 is down, but I'm not quite sure. We have this same structure here, 5 waves. However, there is overlap here, so it can't really be a 5 wave. Maybe it's a 3 move up and then another 3 that we haven't seen yet. Let's see that BNB, start being pumping here. Yeah, that's cool. Oh wow, look at that, massive pumps. Wave 2 would have to be here if that is the case. 3 was up, 3 was down. This looks like 5 for sure. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure if this looks more like a 3 here though. So I'm gonna ABC. Let's just label it ABC. Doesn't really matter at this point anymore. Wait B. 90% retracement. So again, expecting ABC more likely. So if I were to the upside, expecting that. If this is the low, then this would probably be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expecting this high here to be taken, or almost 400. Yeah. So with that in mind, this would be just still quite a long way around to go to. BSV. Let's see. BSV. Oh, wow, okay. One of those. Oh, crap. Looks like I've actually charted it at some point, but... yeah. These are really hard to, like, trade. 3 down. 3 up, I guess. They're both these lows that we create, this low here and this one, we've had this kind of wick. Yeah. Kind of hard to establish. We have to be labeling like this though. Something like that, and then what on earth is this? Like, it's so bad looking. Yet another low with a wick. Is this yet another 1-2 here? I don't know. I feel like whenever you see a wick like this, just go long, just go long. And then boom. Wow, that is massive. 100% here. Maybe another diagonal, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to label these. At this point, I think we are still going to be creating quite a few of these 3s, 4s and 5s here. But the so-called easy money here has been done because of this massive move here. But if we can find a 3-way structure coming down, there is a chance, there is a chance. Actually, there was a chance right here. Let's see. What was there? This is the exact same as in Solana. Had this overlap, but kind of looks like 5. But can't be a really 5. Unless we accept that this is some kind of diagonal. Maybe it's actually, maybe the 3rd is actually the, oh yeah, okay. So it's pretty much the same as wave 1 length. It could be a diagonal actually. Huh. That is interesting. I kind of wanted to take these lows though, actually here. So we can get to that 1-to-1. Here. 1-to-1. So we would be creating some kind of ABC here overall. And as this is a shit coin, we probably want to be a bit more careful. So wherever it does something like that, we want to see it break through this basically. We want to see this come back, look for long here against the low. Kind of like that. But yeah, first alert I'll just set below here. There's no real point to just looking at the chart in my opinion, just wasting time. You can be looking for other trade opportunities meanwhile. But yeah, BSV, nice pump. There's still more upside there, I feel like. That can be taken. Where were we? BNB. Cake. Oh. What on earth? Okay, although it has pumped 200%, we have pretty much not moved at all from the comparison to the high. We're still at $3. We're still at 92% down compared to 97. But yeah, this is definitely impressive. It's like a ABC here. Yeah, 1-to-1 hit. Oh. 1-to-1 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 were pullback, some kind of, let's see, divergence already here. Yeah, loads of divergences, look at that. This is scary to be in, and this could be going higher. Shorting anything like this is just, it's scary, it really is scary. 1, 2, oh, I could almost say that we would have this as 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, this is scary. If we don't see like a 5-wave clear, but this whole thing could be just a 3-wave like so, taking our liquidity here and then just continuing to pump, right? I don't see anything wrong with that either, so that's why again it's kind of scary. ETH Classic, wow. This is yet one of those that has these massive wicks. Even on Binance, where you would think that there is liquidity, there's so many wicks everywhere. I don't like that. Not one bit. Yeah. I don't see a structure here though. This looks like a 5 though, going up here. But it definitely could be part of anything previous as well. In those cases, you would just look at smaller time frames if you really want to trade that coin for some reason. Yeah. Oh well, let's see the silver and gold still. So that's what I made a video about. What if it does this, then I would be looking for longs. Has it done so? Nope. So I'm not really looking to enter on this unless this comes down. Unless it comes down. This looks more like a 3 again. I feel like this was move up and we'd be doing this. There's a chance actually we could be looking for longs. Longs here. Oof. Small time frames on silver and gold are just super ugly. Super ugly. Yeah, this is the same thing on gold. If we want to get in, we need to get in lower. And this is starting to look more like an ABC overall, rather than ABC coming down and then C wave. So yeah, probably these setups are no longer that valid. BSB. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, we actually got that move. Now we can actually start looking at this, because we did take out the liquidity here of this wave A. And now if we break through here, then we can be thinking of something else. I feel like we might want to get one more low if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't need to. But yeah, next thing would be again setting alert here. Look for that to be broken, look for retrace, and then look for move up. If that happens, then I'm definitely looking for a long setup here. If not, then oh well. But yeah, we'll see. But I think that is pretty much everything I am actually wanted to talk about on today's live stream. We've done this for an hour and a half, so I'm pretty done for now. Hopefully you enjoyed and got something out of it. Again, if you're interested in learning more about Elliott Wave and RSI, how I utilize them and create strategies around those ideas, there's a course on Udemy. And if you're interested in signals, check out countertrendcapital.com for that. Our Discord is there, and where you can purchase the membership there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this live stream. Catch you guys on the next one again next week. Bye bye.